Good morning. Hello. Well, this is timeless reading from Andrea, right? So, what I do is I empower women of all walks of life in entrepreneurship, elegance, and empowerment from a metaphysical point of view. Women come to me with all sorts of goals, and I do what I can to coach them to reaching those goals. I host women's retreats, workshops, and we are on the leading edge of women's organizations. So, if you would like to be a part of it, please see my website in the description box. Or if you're a man and you just want a reading or a energy session, hit me up. I can do that too. Everyone's actually welcome to the station. Okay, so hit that subscribe button. That really is supportive of all YouTubers. So I'm going to pull a few cards for you this morning. Um, I am live from Atlanta, Georgia, straight out of ATL. Okay, sacrifice. So you're feeling like you're having to sacrifice something to get to what you want. A lot of people are feeling that way. As above, so below, globally. And it's not a sacrifice. It's actually, they want you to switch your perspective as it's more of a releasing of old stuff because you're going to get something better back. Okay. If you feel like you're having to let go of something, you're getting something better back. And honestly, it's a good sign in your evolution because if we want these things that everyone wants, we have to let go of the old, right? Like we have to change to make the change. If that makes sense, we have to change to get to the change we want. Very rarely and really not at all have I ever seen someone just not change anything at all about their lifestyle and all of a sudden get these manifestations. If you do get them, you changed on some level, even if it was a tiny tweak. Change is terrifying. I get it. Like it's terrifying for everyone. Transformation, all of that. Early in my days when I was early in starting a business, I would market my workshops like transformational retreats, and marketing people would come to me and say, "You can't use that word. That's scary." And I was always like, "What?" I was always trying to do better, right? So um, keep in mind that we can't live in this fear of change. The world is changing rapidly as we speak. And like to get to where you want, don't worry about don't worry about how the world's changing. Worry about how you're changing on the inside for the better. That's what I have to say to you today. Awareness. So that sacrifice is going to bring more awareness to you. You're all of a sudden going to just be like your consciousness is going to expand. So here's some good like spiritual, psychological things that are going to go along with this sacrifice. And it's not like you want to make it. You're not volunteering to make it. It's just sort of happening. But the purpose of it is to expand your third eye, your consciousness, your awareness, your global awareness too. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. And then the crown chakra, like up here, the thinker, right? The noodler. I always tell people when I used to take care of kids, I would be like, let me noodle on that for a little while. Let me noodle on that adventure, right? So noodle on things. And I love that saying, you learn the best things from 5-year-olds. Noodle on it, right? Whatever you're doing, just stop and ponder. Ponder. Don't be reactive. Be respondent. And just ponder on things. That's what we're supposed to do. A lot of times when I ponder on things, my mind changes about things. And I realize, okay, I see that person's intention, or I see the intention of that organization or the institution. And then I have peace. You ponder on things so that you have peace, not so much so the other like situation, the other counterpart of that situation has peace. Ponder on it so that you have peace. Okay. And just know there really is no there's no one set path for anyone. I promise you. And look, here's the deal, everyone. There's no one set person for everyone. There's many souls that mate. A friend of mine, Valerie, shout out to Valerie who listens, told me that one time. There's many souls that mate. You know what? Right? She's absolutely right. We're not looking for one particular person. If you don't jive with one person, Spirit's going to send you another one, right? Ultimately, you should be your own best friend. You should fall so madly in love with yourself that you're fine so that you are with someone you actually want to be with them because you find joy in their company. You find pleasure in their energy, not I have to be with that person. That's the ultimate goal and ultimate enlightenment. Now, the other ultimate enlightenment is being able to provide financially with joy, right? Okay, there's a difference between providing financially like mad about it, or burdened, or dramatic, right? You provide financially with joy. That's the ultimate enlightenment. It doesn't matter how much you know about crystals. It doesn't matter how much you know about people, life, how good you can do readings. What matters is you use those tools, those spiritual holistic tools you have to get, and you keep evolving to the point where you are providing with joy, like or however little, right? However little or big you can provide. If you're like, hey, I donated $100, yay, you donated, and you did it with joy. You're you're on the path, right? You're spiritually enlightened, right? We're going to draw. They told me to keep drawing from this deck. Okay. So wish fulfillment. Noodle on it. Noodle on it. Okay, this crown chakra, wear white, whatever it is you're sacrificing is not a sacrifice because the next card was wish fulfillment. So here's your path. You're gonna feel like you're sacrificed. You're gonna feel like you shot yourself in the foot. You may cuss. Okay, and that's okay. We all have moments like that. But it's gonna bring awareness. The sacrifice is meant to bring awareness. Okay, like wow. Okay, I get it. And then you're gonna think on it. Spirit, when you're a kid, you're like you sit down and think. You sit in detention and think or whatever. You're gonna think on it. And then guess what? Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. This is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Okay. And then the next one is firm foundation. This sacrifice leads to firm foundation, and that's really what you've been asking for. You don't want a roller coaster foundation. You don't want a watery foundation. You want a strong, firm foundation in which you can fly from and you can empower others to fly. Okay. So that was it this morning. And or whenever you listen to it, there's no timestamp. Whenever you hear it, you're supposed to hear it. And thank you for listening, and continue to give people opportunities and women opportunities, and namaste.